If I'm being honest from the very beginning, what Katherine Pierce had was never about being cold or toxic. Her dark charisma came from a place most people are afraid to look at. Katherine understood something very early that most people miss for years. Real power doesn't come from controlling others, it comes from controlling yourself. And that's exactly where most people get lost. Most of us were taught that to be liked, we need to explain ourselves, prove our intentions, fix misunderstandings quickly, and always be available. But Katherine knew that every time you overexplain, you quietly discount your value. Not because you're wrong, but because your boundaries aren't clear. She didn't need everyone to understand her. She didn't need everyone to have access to her inner world. And that lack of access is what created intrigue. Here's something that might be uncomfortable to hear, but it matters. People don't respond to your emotions, they respond to your boundaries. You can be kind, deep, emotional, and genuine, but if you don't know when to respond and when not to, you slowly become invisible. Katherine had feelings. She had fear. She had pain. But she never let her emotions decide how much access people had to her. And this is where a lot of people lie to themselves. They say, "I'm just too nice." But very often, behind that sentence is a fear of rejection. A fear of being left. Katherine didn't have that fear. Not because she lacked empathy, but because she didn't see herself as responsible for other people's emotional comfort. She wasn't a rescuer. She wasn't there to fix everyone. And that's what gave her presence weight. That's what made her unforgettable. When you're always available, always explaining, always adjusting, you send a quiet message that your time and attention are cheap. But the moment you start taking certain things back, your time, your attention, your reaction, something shifts. The energy changes in a way you can't fully explain, but everyone feels it. People start listening more closely. Not because you became cold, but because you became less predictable. Healthy dark charisma is knowing where your energy belongs and where it doesn't. It's realizing you don't need to raise your voice to be heard. You don't need to be harsher or emotionally distant. You just need to decide what is no longer free. Your attention. Your presence. Your reactions. That clarity creates respect without force, without conflict, without explanation. Katherine understood that real attraction doesn't come from rushing to be seen. Comes from the calm that forms when you're at peace with yourself. From a woman who knows that not everyone deserves full access to her. This kind of power is quiet, but it's deep. It's not toxic. It's not a game. It's mature. And the real question isn't how to become Katherine Pierce. The real question is, which part of you is still too available just so people won't leave, won't be upset, won't disappear? 'Cause that's where your charisma slowly leaks away. And when you finally take that part back, a new version of you starts to emerge, one you may not fully recognize yet. And that's exactly where the story truly begins.